Hey guys, Radio Dave here, and I'm in the radio cave, and I'm chatting with my boy Barkin on the Zoom call. What's going on, man? Good to finally get a chance to chat with you.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, Dave, it's a pleasure. Our first time chatting, too, which is very cool.
Yeah, I think so. Aside from little comments back and forth and Nick and Danny's streams and stuff, that's about it.
Yeah, no, it's good to finally put a face to the name and have a nice chat like this.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got some stuff we're going to talk about. You got your song Nocturnal that just dropped a couple of weeks ago. I want to get into that. I want to talk about your inspiration into it because it is a bop. It definitely does slap around pretty hard. I think it might be my favorite what I've heard from you so far.
Thank you.
But before we talk about that, I want to talk about you specifically, Barkin. Drew, what got you into producing? How old were you when EDM, it just struck you and you're like, oh fuck, I got to do this shit?
Yeah. It's been a long journey, I will say. It took me a few years to finally get started on it, but I would say I first listened to EDM when I was 16. So right in high school, I had not really known the genre existed.
Right.
And then I heard Starships by Nicki Minaj.
Shit.
Do you know that?
Yeah. It was a big one back in the day.
More of a pop song with an EDM drop. And I heard that and I was like, damn, I wish I could hear more music like this. I literally said to my sister, I was like, why doesn't Nicki Minaj make more music like this?
Yeah.
Of course, she was a rapper, so why would she?
Yeah.
But that's when I discovered that there was a whole genre with drops like that were just focused on that music. Yeah, it was 16, and then I went on I went to my first music festival. I went to EDC New York when it was here.
Oh shit.
And yeah, that's when it solidified. That's when the whole dream became a reality. This is what I want to do. I saw everyone on stage playing music, everyone having such a good time.
Yeah.
Just dancing the day away, and I was like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah,
I want to be.
Cracked your universe wide open.
Exactly. I was like, whoa, this is because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was going to college. I had an accounting, trying to be an accountant, and this was like, okay, wait, this seems a little bit more exciting and fun.
Yeah.
So it would still take me a few years after that moment to actually get started. And it's really when COVID hit, I started working from home. This was after I graduated. At this point, COVID hit. I had just been producing for a few months, kind of, in and out. I had no real direction in it. I knew I wanted to do it. I was having fun.
Yeah.
COVID hit. Started working remote, and then I decided to pull the trigger, and I attended Icon Collective and their online program for 18 months. One of the best decisions I could have made, for sure. By the end of the 18 months, I had at least a framework for how to produce house music, which is what I really wanted to start in. Yeah, now it's been about 2 years since I graduated. I've been doing it for 4 years in total. I'm very happy I started because it's awesome. Now it's turned into a passion.
The work in 18-month course, you really put the fucking work in. That's more than most guys who are just feeling our way around in the dark trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah. I was like, I have all the time in the world. Well, you know what? Let's take a shot.
Yeah.
When else was I going to have that much time and not have to commute and all this other stuff? So.
Yeah, that's true. There's probably a lot of DJs that have that same COVID story. I know that's when I started dumping in pretty hard into production too, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, it was a good time.
So Nicki Minaj's Starships, that drop was a banger. Who produced that? Because that is way outside of her normal element.
I should know that. I bet it's a big name too.
For sure.
I would not be surprised.
I gotta find that out because that was a bop. So you started producing before DJing then? Is that how that worked?
Oh yeah. Okay. I DJed in college for a little bit. I should have said that. Yeah, DJed in college for a bit before I started producing. Probably a year after I started DJing. It was right at the end of college. I graduated, and that's when I started producing.
Nice. Okay, you went from DJing, you took the course, you start banging tunes out. Well, has there been much of a transformation of your sound from when you first started to what you're putting out now? Because Nocturnal is a bop. It's got that hard drive. It's really good. Your older stuff, is it kind of the same stuff, or is this now where you've progressed?
It's interesting because, as you know, when you make a track, it usually doesn't come out for a few months, right? sometimes 6 months to a year later, right? You're trying to get it signed, or you have other tracks you want to release first, and it gets very confusing at times.
Yeah. A lot of times by the time my track actually comes out, I'm fucking sick of it. I never want to hear it again.
Exactly. And you might have also changed sounds. You might have actually discovered that you want, maybe you don't want to make house anymore, and you want to switch to something else. I started in house. I wanted to make bass house. That was my ideal goal. For the first 4 years, it was really just like, how can I perfect bass house? Like, how can I try to master this genre? Because I was, enjoying it. Martin Garrix is my favorite DJ and producer, and his label puts out, very similar style to Nocturnal. So all the music on Spotify, very bass house like, and Nocturnal was inspired from, do you know TV Noise?
Oh yeah.
So he has a track called Turn It Up, and the synth is very similar. If you give it a listen, you'll be like, oh, wow, the synths are like pretty damn close to each other. So I was just like messing around with sound design one day, just doing quirky things, try to make something cool. And my main lead, was just like accidentally created, and I was like, that's sick. I've heard that before. It's a sick sound. Let me try to make a track out of it. So sometimes the best tracks or the best sounds just come out of playing around, and I think
completely
that's the best way to produce.
Yeah. 100%. You're just letting the creativity flow, and whatever happens.
Yeah, exactly. Just have fun.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to get to hear that here now in the mix, Radio Dave's Radio Waves. Before we jump into it, though, is this going to be your sound going forward, Drew, or what do you think?
Ooh, I don't know. Here's my cap, by the way. Come into the frame. So back to Nocturnal, right? I made that track a year ago.
Oh shit!
Yeah, roughly a year, maybe a little less than a year. So that's when I was still making house.
Yeah.
And I still in a way kind of do. I haven't totally left it behind. I still DJ and keep it in my sets, but I have kind of switched a little bit into techno. It's just putting up the BPM a little faster.
Yeah.
So instead of 128, maybe 130, 132, or 135, and still keeping the same energy that Nocturnal has and my bass house has, but just making it a little bit more fresh and a little bit more, trendy. Techno is really in right now. It's kind of, I think it's really going to make a nice shift over here in North America if it hasn't already. So
yeah, for sure.
I'm joining that wave, hopefully a little earlier than the bass house wave.
Yeah, catch it before it's too late.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So more tunes to come.
Good. I think you got a winning formula there. This crunchy sound with nice tech house speeds. I think you got it, buddy. This might be it.
Okay, all right. We'll see. I'll have to let you be the judge of the new sound. I'll have to show you a new track.
You'll have to fire them over. I'm going to have to check them out. So when did this drop, Drew?
Nocturnal, that was September 15th. Big fan. Few people have played it in their sets already, which is more than definitely some tracks in the past that I've put out. And
you're seeing some good support.
Yeah, some nice support from friends, just playing in their sets and radio shows, and it's really nice to see.
Awesome.
Seems like it really hit the dot with a lot of people's tastes.
Yeah. I really like it. It's definitely one of my favorites from you so far.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. So what future releases you got coming up? Where can people catch you next?
That's a great question, because right now I don't have anything scheduled. But that's okay. I have a lot in store. Probably a good 6 or 7 bass techno tracks.
Yep.
That's what I like to call, instead of bass house, a little bass techno. I have about 6 or 7 finished. And I'm going to ADE, Amsterdam, in a few weeks.
Right.
Hopefully take advantage of that, those networking opportunities with labels. Hopefully show them some of the tracks.
A couple of USBs in your pocket.
Okay, hand out a few USBs. Why not? It doesn't hurt. Stay tuned to the Instagram for my next release. But as of now, we're taking it a little slow so we can do that sound transition. For now. So
I got you. Oh, that sounds good. That's what you got to do. Focus on different areas and where you need to do it.
Yes, sir. You know how it is.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I want to thank you so much, Barkin, for chatting with us today. We're going to hear Nocturnal up right now on Radio Dave's Radio Waves. Check it out.
Thank you, Dave. Peace, everybody.